Hello, this is Josiah Hodgett here at Shell Lake School District. Today I'm going to be talking about Google Classroom and creating assignments. The reason I'm creating this video is because recently Google Classroom received some updates to the layout and the buttons you got to click in order to create assignments, and I was having a hard time finding a tutorial video on YouTube that explains how it looks with these new buttons. So we're going to walk through this today, and hopefully this will take about 5 minutes. The first thing you're going to want to do is navigate to classroom.google.com. I happen to have it here bookmarked, classroom.google.com. Because I have signed in before with my school account as a teacher, it's going to take me right to my dashboard of classes. And if you have not signed in before and you are a teacher, make sure that when you start Classroom and sign in that you select I am a teacher and not I am a student. That is very important. So I'm a teacher, I'm in looking at my dashboard. Today I'm going to go into my class going further with Google Classroom. And you can see I've done some work already in this classroom. We're going to do a little bit of a repeat of what you see here so that you understand the steps it takes to get to that point. The first thing you're going to want to do when creating an assignment, the assignment we're doing today is a writing assignment. I'm going to have students submit a Google Doc with a couple paragraphs about a particular topic. So just a quick writing assignment. And one way that I can automate that and use the features of Google Classroom to make that whole process easier and paperless is to create assignments and then using a template to send out to students for them to submit back. So that's what we're going to start with. I'm going to go ahead and get to a new tab here and then go to Drive. The thing that Google Classroom is doing for you in the background is automating your Google Drive sharing and your organization. So if you look here, after you've started Classroom, Google Drive automatically creates a Classroom folder for you. If I go into this folder, Classroom, it's going to have all the classes that I've either joined or created. And you can see in here my going further with Google Classroom folder right there. And so what I did, I went in and created an assignment template that I'm using for this first assignment. I'm going to open that back up. If you hadn't already created it, you would just simply get into this folder here and then click New and then Google Doc, and you'd be creating a Google Doc and it would exist right in this folder. I've already put together an assignment so we can walk through the design elements that I've included in this digital assignment. So you can see at the top, I have the title of the class, the due date for this assignment, and then also some simple instructions. In the space below the line, write 2 to 3 paragraphs describing how you plan to spend your Christmas vacation. Then I gave them some ideas. I have this highlighted and in red so that they can really see it. It says when you are finished writing, click the Turn In button in the upper right-hand corner. Right up here on the student view, there's going to be a Turn In button in the upper right-hand corner. Once they are done editing and finished typing up their summary or their paragraphs, they can click this Turn In button. What that's going to do is put it as turned in back in Classroom, and then they won't be able to edit it anymore. And so that's a very efficient feature. Another thing that I like to do with these assignments like this is use the Insert Horizontal Line. By having a horizontal line in there, I can say in the space below the line, write 2 to 3 paragraphs. It just provides a little bit more distinction and helps them guide them to where they need to be writing. And then also I have this text inserted as well, just more help text. Erase this text and start typing here. Now I have some formatting things applied to that, and if I left it applied, the students would start typing and those formatting options would be there. So I'm just going to have that formatted as normal there, and then if they click and erase that, and then start typing, they would have it there. So I'm going to just undo all that. So again, you're putting this little help text, putting little helpful clues everywhere, organizing it in a certain way so that it's helpful for your students and helps them get started. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. That's ready to go. It's on my Google Drive. And so I'm going to go back to my classroom. You can see I've already posted this assignment here. I'm going to just do it again for you so you can see all the steps. The new feature in Google Classroom, when I talked about they made some changes, is they put the assignment button down here under this plus. There used to be just a post that was waiting for you to type out, and they moved that over here and they added some new features. So if I go over here and click on the plus, it's going to give me the 4 options. I can either reuse a post that has already been placed either in this class or another class. I can create a question, which is an interesting concept we'll talk about later, also new. And then assignment and announcement as before. So I'm creating an assignment. I'll click that once. And that'll pop up a window for me to enter a title of that assignment, a description of the assignment, and then assign a due date, as well as make attachments. So let's just go through that. Christmas report 2. Please see the attached doc and complete as instructed. I'm going to give this a due date of tomorrow, which is the 11th here, and set it for 3:28 p.m. as that is the end of our school day. So I have my assignment title, a little bit of description there, and then a due date. And now I'm going to click on the Google Drive icon in order to attach our template. I can either search for that assignment right here, or I can go in, I know where it happens to be stored, go into Classroom, going further with Google, and there it is right there. Excuse me. The last thing I'll talk about here is once you've attached something, it gives you 3 options for how the students can access that. The first being that students can view. What that means, the students would all be able to have a view only into this existing Google Doc. So they would all be looking at the same version. If I made any changes to that, they would see the updates, but they wouldn't be able to make any editing. The next one is students can edit the file. Now what I have here is a report that I'm having students write. So I want an individual file for each student to be turned in. So students all editing the same file won't get me very far, and it would make it difficult for grading. So what I want to do is make a copy for each student. That's going to take this template and then make a copy for each student so that when they turn it in, it would have the assignment name here plus their name. The last thing here, we have where I can send this as a draft, save as a draft, or assign it. For doing save a draft, the reason you would do that is, let's say you're getting ahead or you're doing some work to plan out your Google Classroom and you're building out these assignments, but it's not time to assign those out to students yet. You can create the assignment, save it as a draft, and have it ready to go for the day that you actually do want to post the assignment. So I'm ready to post this assignment. I'm just going to go ahead and click the Assign button. That's going to go out now, and it's going to send it to all of the students currently in my class, of which I only have one. So now that student will have essentially duplicates here, and we can go and look at our assignments and see who has done. So if I click on this, either over here or on the title of the assignment, it's going to take me to the teacher's view, and I can see my one student has currently not finished the assignment and has not turned it in. So they have not attached the assignment. They're not quite yet done. If they were done, then I can go in here, assign a grade, currently out of 100 points. They have a few options there. And then hit return, and it would send that back to the student for them to see what their grade was, see my comments on there, and then be able to edit it again if they choose. But your grade here would be set at that point. On the assignment page, you have student work and instructions. So this is just a zero in on the assignment, and then we can have some class comments on the assignment. If people have questions, they can post those there. I'm going to go back to my classroom. And that's all I have for you today. So what I showed you is how to create an assignment. First, going into Google Drive, creating an assignment template that we can make a copy for each student when we posted the assignment in Google Classroom. Again, accenting the fact that this button is now over here, and you have to click that to be able to post assignments. Thanks.